My experience has been that with perseverance and sometimes with a little push from an outside source, expenses can be recovered. So we booked a trip to go to Boise. We did a VRBO, reservation to house for 10 days. Really just a little bit, exactly around the time that the COVID thing became real. We thought we would be fine to go anyway because Boise, that's where we were going. Boise had not yet been in any kind of a shutdown or really didn't even have any cases. So we made arrangements to go. And then my husband woke up 2 days before we were supposed to leave with a sore throat and feeling ill. And we worried that we shouldn't go. I had purchased the insurance for the stay. So anyway, we decided it would probably, he's 78, not in his best interest to probably travel, and we needed to see what was going on. So I emailed the person that we were going to rent the house from and said we would not be coming. I asked her if, could we just maybe save it for another time, or what should we do? I told her I did have the insurance, and she said, just go ahead and file with the insurance. So we did. And then they asked us to get a doctor's note that said that my husband had checked in with them, that he did indeed have, something that we should be worried about or whatever, which I thought was kind of stupid because, by then everybody knew what was going on. But our doctor was kind enough to comply, fill out all the paperwork. I filled out all the paperwork that was required for the insurance, and then we just heard nothing. Every time I went to check on my claim, it was claim received, but nothing else. But I will tell you, since I filed with you, it has been resolved. Really, just a couple days after I posted my claim with you, I heard from them, and they said, it can take time to process these claims, which I completely understand. I'm sure that as a part of the travel industry, they are inundated with people that have had to cancel their plans. But I said, I've emailed you 4 times and I haven't heard anything. Then just another day later, it said your full refund will be deposited in your bank account in 3 days. The money isn't there yet, but I did fill out. I had to do the thing to direct deposit it. So I'm going to say on good faith that I believe that the company has followed through, and that it was worth it to get the insurance, although it was a lot of work.
Tell me, please, so how would you rate their customer service? On the one hand, they didn't respond to you for a long time. On the other hand, eventually they resolved the issue. So what would your comments about this would be?
My comments are, I don't think they would have done anything had I not posted the review, the concern with PissedConsumer. Once I did, like I say, it was just kind of a switch went on, and all of a sudden they were processing my claim, and all of a sudden my claim had been honored. So how do I rate that? Well, they'd get a 5 if they would have done it on their own, but I guess I would give them a 3 because, it took a little poking and prodding, but they finally did come through.
Would you recommend them to other customers, or should they stay away from them?
That's a great question. I have to think about the time that we find ourselves in. Again, I am 100% sure they are inundated with claims. Things went wrong for so many people at that particular time. It was right before spring break, actually. I can tell you that I have purchased travel insurance from them 2 times in my life. And one time they came through very easily. It was a plane that was it was not on time. And so we missed connecting flights, and we were able to recover the cost of that. And here we are the second time. And ultimately I did get the money back. So I would say that I would recommend getting the insurance. I would recommend them. But just be aware that it might be a lot of work to recover costs.
Tell me, what was the initial purpose of your review on our website?
I was unhappy that nothing had happened. Like I say, I'd gone on 4 different times. They have a little bar, received the claim, and then claim in process, and then then some kind of final verdict thing, and it just stayed on that claim received. It never moved. And every time I'd email and say, hey, can you give me an idea of when you might be looking through this. When might we expect to, to hear back from you? And nothing happened until I posted my review.
One more thing. Do you have like a little message for other customers who will see this video? Probably you have something to tell them.
Sure. Again, if you're going to recover the expenses, you're going to file a claim. There are a lot of steps to go through. In this particular instance, again, I've only had 2 experiences. The first one was an airline delay. It was pretty readily documented. In this case, there was a lot of medical evidence that had to be documented at a time when I felt badly about taking away time from doctors. But I feel like if you are willing to do the work, that ultimately, and again, with a little bit of help, your problems will be resolved.